Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolfe.
Well, bright, clear skies took over for the day today. Now, as we get even later on into the evening, we can still see those clear skies. And normally when I look at the SkyTrack camera at night, you just kind of have to take my word for it that it's a little bit on the clearer side. But right now we actually can see the moon off in the distance on our SkyTrack camera in Rochelle, helping to show off that those are indeed some of those clearer skies that we have out there this evening. Also proving that is what we have on satellite and radar. We have been picking up just a little bit of ground clutter over the last few hours. Never to worry though, it's not going to be talking about any precipitation here in the short term or in the actually pretty long term as we get into the end of the week. Very clear skies across the entire country until we get to the west of the Rockies. That's when we're finally looking at some of those rain chances that are going to stick around over there at least for a little bit longer. Temperatures today made their way into the 80s in a couple of spots underneath quite a bit of sunshine. 81 in Rockford, 79 in Rochelle, 78 DeKalb, another 80 degree down in Sterling for their high temperature earlier this afternoon. That's because of that high pressure that we had kind of situated over the area, along with the clearer skies that we had and plenty of sunshine. We still see that high pressure kind of showing up a little bit downstate, with the generally clockwise flow that we see in those wind directions at the moment. That, along with those very, very dry dew points at the surface, helped to warm our temperatures a little bit quicker as we got into the afternoon. Now those drier dew points are allowing our temperatures to fall a little bit quicker into the evening as well, as we're already down to 60 degrees in Rockford. Just a few hours ago, we were at 78 degrees. Just 3 hours ago, already a temperature drop of 18 degrees. Not going to continue falling quite that quickly, but we do end up falling back down into the upper 40s for that overnight low. 49 degrees is where we end up falling, at least here in Rockford. Still those partly cloudy skies, just a few passing clouds, but otherwise a very, very comfortable evening. Another one that you could probably open up the windows if you so choose, but you might want to shut those and turn the AC back on for the afternoon if you've already started turning the AC on, because back up into the 80s for the afternoon. 80 degrees once again, very similar to where we were today. A few additional clouds compared to where we were for the afternoon, however. That warmer weather does stick with us just a little bit longer as we trend into the week as well. Monday we reached that 80 degree mark into the mid 80s, at least in a couple of spots on Tuesday, at least here in Rockford. 83 officially for that forecast high, but a cold front brings us back down into the 70s and even the low 70s as we get into the middle of the week before we start that climb back just above normal for the back half of the week. That cold front actually considered a backdoor cold front. That sounds a little bit complicated, but really it just generally means that the cold front is going to be coming from the northeast as opposed to the west, like a typical cold front would be coming through with a standard system that we would typically see around this area of the country. So that does bring in some drier air for the area as we get into Wednesday and into Thursday. That keeps our nights very, very comfortable like we've had for the last few days, and our days a little bit on the warmer side like we've also had for the last few days. Not going to really see a whole lot of moisture working its way into the area, especially along that cold front, but we could see a very, very spotty shower, very, very possibly, but really that's our only chance for any rain for any time in the near future is right along that cold front that comes through as we get into Wednesday. Other than that, we're not going to be talking about any precipitation chances until we possibly get into the end of next weekend. Our longer-term precipitation outlook from this computer model actually showing very clear skies, all the precipitation staying well away from the state line as we get toward the end of the week. Not going to be looking at a whole lot of rain, possibly not any rain as we get into the end of the week as well. The warmer weather also sticking with us. The Climate Prediction Center outlook is favoring once again above normal temperatures as we trend into the last few days in the month of May and even into the first few days in the month of June. Temperatures locally, at least here for the short term, also a little bit on the warmer side, into the 80s for the next couple of days. A little bit of sunshine once again on Tuesday. That cold front brings us down a little bit for the middle part of the week, but back into the 70s, a lot more sunshine as we trend into the end of next week.